And welcome to episode 62 of Final Fantasy 16. Last episode I told you all I was going to go looking around for the hidden S bounties that I was unaware of. And yes, I did find some. Plus I found 2 other bounties we will be chasing. Anyways, the one bounty's around here in the Velkroy, which was our hint before. As for the other one, well, basically we'll be going on questing, and we do have to go back because we have to talk to Quentin for one of our other side quests. So, without further ado, let's go chase an S-rank bounty.
Good girl. You with them.
I may also be restocking potions in between because these could be either real tough or, depending, there's about 5 in total we'll be chasing.
That's better. I needed that.
Now here's our hint for the S-rank bounty. If you recall, a group of merchants traveling the Velkroy. Well, this is located in the Velkroy.
Thanks, girl. We're not gonna work on this one. Stay close to him.
And what do you know, I found some more calcum.
Should have picked on some of their own size.
Also, you may have noticed I got last night when I did the quest regarding the will. This was actually the new item because previously I was wearing the rune brace. So as you can see, more HP, more armor. Now we will be doing 3 bounties in Sandbreak. The S bounty I was looking for was actually at this path that wasn't open before. And the other 2 happen to be one's right in front of the gate here. And then there's one over here, so we will be doing that as soon as we talk to Quentin.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Alright, now to hunt down. First, we got one bounty over in the Royal Meadows. Give me 2 seconds because since I know exactly where I'm going, I may as well use these tonics if I can. Why not? I never use them anyways, and all they do is increase your defense by a bit or increase your power by a bit. It's actually much more easier to use them in easier modes where you have your autos, like auto for potions and that, or you can equip an accessory which I think it would allow you to do it otherwise.
finest of madness! On your knees!
He hasn't heard. It doesn't look like he's willing to listen.
Okay.
Nice try. I needed that.
Only your death will serve!
Damn it. Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
Let's go pick up some potions, and I'll see you at the next bounty.
And what can I do for you? You've a keen eye. An excellent choice. You've a keen eye.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Anyhow, the next bounty is a rank A called the Fallen Prince, from what I understand. And I guess it looks more like a lich that we've been dealing with half the time, so we'll see. And then we'll go to another rank S bounty, which I finally figured out where it was.
Someone's brave. This one. Let's try. That's better.
I actually needed dark steel if anyone remembered that.
I'm getting tired of these things.
I think I also needed like a dark shard or something. Give me a second. It'll be on my materials list. Or I don't have it, one or the other. Ooh, 3 orichalcum. I might actually be able to get the legendary sword. We'll go here in 2 seconds. I just want to see if I can make the sword. Actually, what I might have confused for dark shard might have been dark steel.
So what do I owe the honour? So will it be?
Aw, yeah.
No scratches, right?
And basically, trophy earned half past Twilight. How do you get this trophy? Basically, craft the legendary sword, Gotterdammerung, and get the materials required, which can be obtained from Thanatos and the Death Print, that prince we fought, and I believe the other one was Pandemonium for the battle horn, and then orichalcum from quests and other things. And Ragnarok, which, if you want the sword, you have to do the entire quest line for the blacksmith. Let's see how it looks. Alright, so it's already equipped. Looks shiny. I guess I should cash these quests in before I forget.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Porterzolder as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his, but yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
Or not.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends? I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall, and there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
What do you think that thing
Well, they said to put the decency to put me back in the hideaway.
You should have seen him.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
I don't know, he used me as a diversion.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the Cursebreakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
You couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
I was the distraction, and he still went and got the logbook, versus just running back to Sergeant, so I don't know, that works. Oh look, another quest. Yeah, see, these two get active on the bottom. As you can see, this one will be in well, actually, I figured out where. I just can't remember the name right now. And this one's over in Sambrek, which, I mean, no, this one's in Sambrek. This one isn't. This one's over where that one place for that woodworker. Screw it. What was the name again? Yeah, Cressida, right over here. see what the new quest wants us to do, and then I'll make my way over to fight the next S rank.
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose arse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
Looks like we'll be tracking down a silver chocobo. Anyways, back to Sambrek.
Come on.
And before you ask, no, Ambrosia is not a silver chocobo. She's a white chocobo. Also, on top of that, even if they were asking for a feather, I'd be like, are you kidding me? Anyways, here's the S rank bounty. Enjoy.
This beast isn't to be trifled with.
was fun and close. Well, there's that orichalcum I needed.
Definitely not to be trifled with.
And I know where the other one is, but before we do that, we're going to buy more potions because I ran out during that entire fight.
Clive. Going purse weighing you down? You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Trouble with your gear, or... What's Sancfordian, dear?
I have a choice between choosing to make the belt or the gloves. Well, the vambraces. But as you can see, the inheritance I got was actually more than stronger. Only by the 3 defense difference.
No scratches, all right? Anything else?
Alright, before we have any more bits of fun, the next S-rank bounties are here, but we're also going to finish off the inheritance quest line and see what I get for that. I don't know what's going to be behind here. Probably later on, like a meeting or something.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. Perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us made all the difference.
Some enemies just don't like my chocobo.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Well, we can only wear a belt and gloves, and Joshua took the helmet, so I don't know if he's going to end up wearing it, but on a plus note, it's displayed in our room. The game's giving us a notice. Joshua's joined. We're departing for Origin. The game was basically saying, here's your brother, you're stuck with him. Enjoy. I kind of already figured. And the timer's about to go, which means you will be watching an S-rank bounty next episode, because I know it's going to take more than 5 minutes to kill it. Maybe. I don't know. And I guess Origin's going to be what we call our finale, so I can't wait for it. As you can see, when we got our new sword, it has a silver blade and a gold trim. Apart from it just being a solid black carbon standard blade, basically. You know, I just noticed that when you're using Odin's Blade, it does a lot less damage than the standard combo blade. Like, you'll see that I do anywhere between 700 to 400, and yet with Odin's Blade I do like maybe a quarter of that. I'm not using Zenitsuken because I want to use it for the S rank next episode. You can actually parry during one of those? Learn something new. Anyways, as usual, thank you for watching, and I will see you next episode of Final Fantasy XVI.